Hey, good day to you. This is Stan Prochowski with Prochowski Estate Law, and this is the Ask Stan show every Thursday at 12 noon, where I answer all your estate planning questions submitted throughout the week. If you have a question about wills, trusts, Medicaid pre-planning, Medicaid crisis planning, the nursing home, or just estate planning in general, just send them to me here on Facebook or call me at 363-7222 or email me at prochowskiestatelaw@gmail.com. I'll answer them live on WKSR Radio, and we post them here on the Ask Stan show every Thursday. So, let's get right to it.
The Stan Prochowski, oldie of the week, the Kinks, and you really got me. You picked a good one this morning.
Oh yeah, that one gets the blood going, gets you in a good mood to begin the day. What do you think?
That's a good one. Y'all, you ready for tonight? The Mingle Jingle?
I suppose we got a little late start on getting some lights hung up. We had to use a lift, and the lift that was going to be loaned to us broke down, and so we had to do it the hard way. But I got a couple strings just to hang, and we'll be ready for it. So Miss Tammy's been busy at it all week, so it looks good. It looks real good.
Well, I know it will. It's going to be a fun night tonight. What you got for us this morning, Stan?
Well, just generally wanted to talk about the holiday season in general and what we do at Prochowski Estate Law. Go over what's actually happening coming up is Tuesday, which would be the 8th, at 6 o'clock over there, right next to my building at the Star Theater. I'm doing a presentation. It's not one of my normal educational seminars. It's just sort of a fun thing that I put together. It's kind of like a Bible study, but it's kind of along the lines of what we do at Prochowski Estate Law, and I call it the Christian Perspectives of Estate Planning. A while back I got thinking to myself, I wonder what scriptures and the good Lord has to say about inheritance, and it turns out there's plenty. Get in there from cover to cover and identify a little less than 300 times that inheritance is even discussed. So I put together a little 30-minute, 40-minute PowerPoint presentation, just a little discussion, nothing too heavy, and not about me, not a kind of commercial or anything, just a nice little Bible study that I feel obligated to share. If anybody's interested, come on. I think we'll crank up the popcorn machine, and we do it there at the theater where we have plenty of time, plenty of room to social distance. We're also going to live stream it. Miss Alex knows how to do that. I think we'll put it out there if you want to. I'm still concerned about coming to in-person event. It'll be available that way. So just call the office at 363-7222 to RSVP. I'd really like to know how many are coming so we can have everything set up for it. So anyway, that's Tuesday at 6 o'clock over to Star Theater. Call me and we'll get that set up. So, but along those lines and holidays, we just got through Thanksgiving, and folks probably had a somewhat abbreviated version of what they're used to. But when you do get together, however you get together, whether it's in person, by Zoom, or however, phone calls, however you get together, this situation that's been pretty much forced upon us. Nobody asked for this; we just have to deal with it. And it's a risk like anything else. It's just one that everybody seems to talk about. But it's a good time, for people to discuss some of the things that we do. The what if of what could happen to folks in planning. And surprisingly, what I'm experiencing in my office, where we do estate planning and elder law and Medicaid planning, that sort of thing, we often get folks that come into the office that do a trust plan, and then they will come back and say they want to get their parents in here because their parents are stubborn. I mean, you imagine that, a couple of parents that just won't ever get around to planning. That's just hard to imagine, isn't it? And they say, I want to bring them in here and I want them to do it, and I want to, I'll take care of it, but I want to get it done. These are folks that actually take the opportunity to speak to their parents about this particular subject. It's not a popular subject. Nobody wants to talk about what's going to happen when you're gone, or later in life, long-term care and stuff like that. But it's a topic that needs to be discussed. And so I see a lot of that. I see it in both directions. I see it, couples that think about their parents, and I get some folks that are parents that say they need to get their children in here because their children have minor children and they need to have something in place. If something happens, there's even more at risk when you have small children. So if that's something you've been thinking about, this is a good time to bring it up and talk about it and get some framework down. And if you haven't got anything in place, not always the best place to be, but the good news is there's planning can always be done. So it's never too late to do it. The sooner the better sometimes, but for the most part, it's never too late. And what kind of lead up to all this is the planning is an experience I had a little while back. Had a gentleman call me, and then he came to meet with me, or actually I think when he came to meet with me, it was like on a Saturday. It really wasn't even a planned meeting. He came by and saw me, and I was doing something at the office, and he came in and sat down, and my heart really went out to him because he was an elderly gentleman, and his wife was suffering from pretty far advanced Parkinson's, and he was having trouble taking care of her and wanted to know and what really touched me was he, practically in tearful eyes, he said, he made reference to his wedding vows to me and said that he had promised to take care of her in sickness and in health. And he felt like he wasn't fulfilling that and just couldn't do it anymore because he had done it for years. But when you get to some of those states, there's so much that you have to do. And of course, you're the same age bracket as your spouse, and it's a little more physically cumbersome. And when he described to me what his normal day was, I remember thinking to myself that the way he takes care of her, she'll live forever. But the way he takes care of her, he probably won't live much longer. So it was really kind of sad. But if that's something going through your mind, or if you're in a situation like that, this is where the planning can help. It's not too late. I mean, we can put some stuff into place where you can still fulfill that promise that you've made to your spouse so many years ago and that you take very seriously. You may have to hire help. You may have to hire some professionals. But if we can plan, what we can do is we can salvage your assets. We can put strategies into play that will get you immediately qualified for your benefits through Medicaid. Then you can protect assets, and those assets that you protect, you can use to seriously enhance the quality of this person's life. You can keep them at home longer, which is what people want. Nobody wants to go to the nursing home. Nobody chooses to go to the nursing home. Nursing homes do great jobs, but let's face it, they're not lining up to get in. When you go there, it's rarely a choice. You end up there because of medical decisions. But we can set things up so that there is plenty of money to make sure that these things get paid for through the public benefits, as well as enhancing those folks' quality of life. Keep them at home as long as possible so you can be there to help take care of them, and then get help in there so that you can, if you've got somebody that's not ambulatory and you can't lift them and move them, and you've got to have help. And that's not really giving up on that vow or that promise. You are taking care of them. You just may need some professional help to do it, and I think that's okay because that allows you to be with that person as much as you want to be. So, and that's just that's what we do at Prochowski Estate Law and Elder Law. We do estate planning, we do Medicaid planning, we do crisis planning. If you've got a situation going on in your life along these lines, we've got a solution for it. We've got a lot of strategies that we put in place. Don't think it's too late. You hear me talk about things like asset protection trust, caregiver agreements, Medicaid compliant annuities. We have a lot of tools in our toolbox of ways we can help plan. And if you've been doing something for a while and things are starting to look dire, it's not too late. Don't think you just have to keep going. Come talk to us. If we have a solution, and I'm pretty sure we'll come up with something, that's what we do. So give us a holler down there at the square. Come by this morning, climb up the ladder and help me with those lights if you want. I'll probably need an extra pair of hands for what Ms. Tammy has in mind. But like I said, that's what we do. So this holiday season, think about it, give it some thought. If you need some planning, that's a great thing to do, because once you do it, I guarantee my clients, I'd say 100% of my clients report back to me that it's a tremendous weight lifted off their shoulders, and they're just so glad that they did it. And then when we help them along the way, get things funded, or help them do the follow-up things, they're so thankful for that. And once it's done, we put them in a column where we don't have to call them every month and remind them of this, then they're just glad it got done, and they pass it on to others. So give us a holler down there at Prochowski Estate Law and Elder Law, right on the square, 363-7222. Or come to my Christian perspective of estate planning. We're not going to talk about, we'll talk about my presentation, but I'm not going to talk about what I do at that particular seminar. That's not about me, that's a Bible study, but it's pretty cool and pretty neat. So anyway, that's that's what we got going. I hope that, we're going to do a Christmas greeting with you here before long. So, great.
Well, we appreciate that. We do.
And I'll work on next week's oldie of the week. I like that one so much. I'm already got the wheels turning.
You're already thinking about next week, aren't you? Hey, your phone number again, Steve.
Yeah, 363-7222. We'll be the ones with all the lights and the big star lit up tonight.
All right, sounds good. Gonna be a fun night on the square,
Yeah,
that's for
yeah.
sure. All right, my friend, thank you. Good to see you. We're here every Thursday morning with us on the bonus hour at 8:30. Stan Perchowski with Perchowski Estate Law. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Butch.
Have a